Welcome back, campers. This is Miss Jackson, and today we are going to actually continue with our adding and subtracting fractions with different denominators. Okay, I'm going to quickly review fractions, and then I'm going to remind you that last time I showed you the butterfly method, but this time I want you to use your mathematician brains, and we're going to find the answers to our adding and subtraction fraction problems by finding equivalent fractions, which I prefer this method over the butterfly method, and I have reasons for it. So if we can recall, we have a fraction is a numerator over our denominator. Okay. And with the butterfly method, just going to refresh your memory. With the butterfly method, let's say we had, and I'm going to use letters, so that's okay. A over B plus C over D, right? So let's just say we had that, and I'm just substituting numbers for letters, which when you get to 6th grade, you'll learn about letters that are called variables in math. So if you remember, and this is a plus sign, we're adding here. Let me just make that very clear. That's a plus sign, not multiplication. So if you remember the butterfly method, we drew our wing. This was one wing, and we took those two numbers and we multiplied them. So we had A times D, right? And then we did the other side, same thing to the other side, and we have C times B. And then we took those answers and we added them together, right? And down here at the bottom with our two denominators, to find a common denominator, we took these two letters and multiplied them together, and then we had our answer. So we have, I'm just going to use H as our answer, the letter H, over B times D, whatever that was. So we're not going to use the butterfly method today. We are going, I just wanted to refresh your memory of how we did that. And if this was a subtraction problem, you would subtract. Okay, so we're not going to use the butterfly method. Instead, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, is how I call it. So let's say we had 4 12ths plus 6 over 3. 6/3, okay? And if you notice, two fractions, two different denominators, right? So you want to make them equivalent. Remember, equivalent means that the denominators are the same, they are equal, okay? So 4 12ths and 6/3. We just want to focus on the denominators, 12 and 3. I like to write out my multiples. Write out your multiples of 3. And see if they have something in common with your multiples of 12. 12, 24, 36, 48. I'm going to stop there. Why? Because I see a number that they have in common. And that number is 12. They both have 12 in common. So since this denominator is already in 12s, nothing I'm going to do except bring it down. That's 4 12s. Then I'm going to bring down my plus sign. Here is where I make my change. I want to make my new denominator 12. So I'm going to bring 12 here. Now I'm asking myself, what did I do to 3 to get to 12? You can see here we multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 times 4 equals 12. I'm going to do the same thing to the numerator. 6 times 4 to get my new numerator. And 6 times 4 is 24. Now guess what? Now we could add straight across. Why? Because both of our denominators are the same. So we have 4 plus 24, which is 28. And then we have 12 and 12. We do not add these. We simply bring it across. We do not add our denominators. We just bring them straight across. Okay, they are the same. So there's no other work for me to do. So why do I prefer this method? Because sometimes when you use the butterfly method, okay, let's say you got an answer hypothetically in the numerical value. We got 108 over 72. Let's just say that was your answer. And you don't see that answer there. Well, then you would have to simplify, or you would have to reduce that fraction. But if you use the old-fashioned way, you may see this answer. More than likely you would see this answer. Or if you have one of these are called improper fractions, you could simplify and you could reduce, finding a number that they have in common. But I won't get into that. Hopefully you all understood this method of finding the sum of two fractions with different denominators. And tomorrow we will continue with subtraction. See you next time. Don't forget, believe in yourself.